Hey, listen, if you walked into a room and you asked a crowd of people, who here wants to be successful? I bet you every single hand would launch into the sky. But why is it that very few people ever achieve success? Hey, what's up guys? My name is Ryan G, and we help chiropractors attract high-value patients who spend more money and refer their friends and family like crazy, using our proprietary framework called the Chiropractor Marketing System. You know, it's kind of crazy to think about the fact that only 1% of the population will ever achieve financial success. Only 1% of athletes will ever make it into the pros. And only 1% of chiropractors will build a 7-figure practice. And today, I'm going to share with you the secret of success. But first, I want to share with you guys a story about Walter Chrysler, who is the founder of Chrysler Automotive. You know, many people see really successful people like Walter or Russell Brunson, Alex Hormozi, and they think, you know what, they probably just got lucky, right? Maybe they were born into a rich family. But the truth for Walter Chrysler is that he started off as a very humble railroad mechanic. He knew that he wanted to start a business, but he didn't know what business to start. So he started looking into the marketplace, trying to see if he could spot an opportunity. And then he noticed the automobile industry was ready to boom. It was early in the Industrial Revolution, and the automobile industry was just getting started. It was a perfect opportunity for a hungry entrepreneur like Walter. Walter decided to take his entire life savings, which was $4,000. Doesn't sound like a lot of money in today's standards, but dude, back then, that was like a lot of money. He took his entire life savings and he went out and purchased a brand new car. Now listen, his wife and his friends, his family, they ridiculed Walter for this decision. They were saying things like, "What are you doing? We can't afford to buy a car." But you know, the problem is that they couldn't see the vision of what Walter was trying to do. Now, when the new car arrived, Walter did something that shocked everybody to the core. You know, his friends and family thought that he was gonna get this fancy car. He'd start cruising around town just to show everybody that he had something that nobody else had. But instead, Walter parked the car in the garage and he started taking it apart. Day after day, he meticulously disassembled every component. He studied the shape, material, and the function so that he could understand how each component worked and how he could make it better. After every component was disassembled and analyzed, he reassembled the car. Then he began to take it apart again. Walter disassembled and reassembled this vehicle so many times that his family thought he was insane. But you see, Walter was making his mind automobile conscious. He wanted to program his mind so that his subconscious only thought about cars. He wanted to understand what the manufacturer was doing right and what areas could be improved. Then he started to design his own components. And a few years later, he launched Chrysler Automotive. And let's just back up for a second. Like many times we have clients and we'll launch, they're like, "Oh, Ryan, we need this marketing strategy, help us grow our sales." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So then we start doing it and they're like, "Hey, it's been 3 weeks and like, it's not working yet." Okay. Walter literally worked for years, multiple years, with no real result for his effort. So he just kept going because he had a big vision. So when you're building something amazing, it doesn't happen right away. You have to just keep going. It's the uncertainty that causes most unsuccessful people to quit. Now this is a picture of Walter Chrysler standing next to one of his very first vehicles in 1924, which was the first Chrysler vehicle that was released onto the market. Now everybody thought that he was crazy, but Walter knew the secret to success. He had a definite major purpose matched with a burning desire to achieve his goal, no matter the cost. Now, according to Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich, there is one thing that all successful people have in common, and that is a definite major purpose in their lives. You see, Napoleon Hill interviewed 500 of the most influential, wealthiest, and successful people in the world to figure out what they all had in common. Each of these individuals was from a different industry with different skills, but all of them have achieved a very high level of success. And after years of research, Napoleon discovered that the one thing all successful people have in common is a definite major purpose in their lives. He also discovered that all unsuccessful people lack a definite major purpose, and that is why they are unsuccessful. Now you're probably wondering, what exactly is a definite major purpose? A definite major purpose is a clear, concise statement of what you want to accomplish in your life. Here are the 5 pillars to creating your definite major purpose. Pillar number 1 is it must be specific. Without a crystal clear and highly specific goal, you are gonna wander through your life. Pillar number 2 is it must be measurable, with clear objectives that can be tracked and quantified. Pillar number 3 is it must be achievable, with a realistic goal to ensure you achieve success. Pillar number 4 is it must be time-bound, with deadlines to measure the effectiveness of your progress. And pillar number 5 is you must have a burning desire to achieve your definite major purpose. This is the thing that wakes you up. Like literally, there are times when I'll get up at 2 in the morning because I got an idea and I got to get it out of my brain. Yesterday was Sunday, supposed to be relaxing. I literally worked all day because I was so excited about an idea, I just had to do it. That's the thing that wakes you up to start working towards your goal, even though the rest of the world is hanging out and on vacation. So you have got to take daily aggressive action towards completing this definite major purpose. So if you are a chiropractor who wants to serve more patients, make more money, and spend more time doing the things that you love, subscribe for more tips.